JFD, just fair and direct.
Okay, hello and good morning everyone. Welcome to JFD Traders Espresso with me, Darius Anucauskas. Today's the 30th of May 2022. So yep, welcome everyone. Welcome to this Monday's morning session where we're going to have a very quick look at the markets, a few of the charts, the usual stuff. But before we do that, as always, let's quickly have a read through our risk disclaimer. So the content we produce does not constitute investment advice or investment recommendation, should not be considered as such, and does not in any way constitute an invitation to acquire any financial instrument or product. As always, I'll give you a few seconds to read the rest and we can continue. Okay, so now then, also just before we jump into the charts, as always, quick mentioning of our JFD YouTube channel, which you can always subscribe to in order not to miss any of our upcoming videos, and of course our JFD Brokers website here, and specifically this market news and analysis page, which is updated on a daily basis. So yep, I believe you can find some useful information around here, guys. So now then, let's jump into the charts. So the first one I want to pick up here is Nikkei 225. So I talked about this last week and I said that keep your eyes on this 27,072 territory here, this barrier, because if we climb above it, then yep, we could aim for that 200-day EMA or even this downside resistance line taken from the high of the 14th of September. So we managed to kind of come closer to that. We didn't really reach exactly this whole area here around that 200-day EMA, but it seems that we are on the right track, and so far I would say half of this idea is working out. Let's see if the other half will play out nicely here as well, because like I said, we are kind of coming closer to this 200-day EMA together with this downside line. So let's see if if this can continue running in the same direction. For the downside, well, I would need to see a break of this upside line here at least, and then yeah, we could take it from there basically. So we could now shift our arrow somewhere around here. Shanghai Composite. So this one I'm still very careful, because I want to see how this 3,160 territory is going to play out so far. Although we saw good performances in the US and the sorry guys, I removed the chart here. Although we saw some good performances in the US and the European indices, and Shanghai Composite is still on the cautious side. It seems that yeah, the market participants are still worried with the aftermath of the restrictions that they had in China due to COVID, and in general with the Chinese economy. Yep, that's at the moment that's something to keep an eye on, and probably investors are not really in the rush here to go in very heavily on the Chinese stocks. So let's see how this is going to continue playing out. For now, I would say yes, if you're looking for some higher levels from the technical side, if you're looking for some higher levels, then probably maybe wait for a push somewhere above this 3,160 territory. If you're looking for some downside, then well, probably a better option here could be to wait for a drop somewhere below this 3,070 territory right here. I do understand that we could be missing out on a bit of territory right there, but yeah, just to be a little bit more on the safe side, I would keep an eye on this little hurdle right there. So The German index, DAX, look at this beautiful move, and there we go. We managed to climb nicely, and we managed to, yeah, overcome that highlighted territory. I talked about it last week, and the cash index for now, for example, is moving towards that, well, towards higher areas, slightly higher levels. After we cleared this highlighted territory, we went toward that 100-day EMA, and then I said that I'm going to be aiming for that 14,603 territory. We are currently sitting not far from this area already, so basically we might have ourselves a nice little opening gap here to the upside, and the next target in that case is the 200-day EMA, not to mention the highest point of March as well, which is roughly around that 14,925 territory. So in other words, if you're looking for some upside, further upside, yes, there is potential for this one. Like I said, initially I'm keeping an eye on this 14,603 territory, somewhere around here. If that gets cleared, my next target is the 200-day EMA. Now jumping into not jumping into, but actually in terms of the downside on this one, well, maybe a drop back below this whole highlighted territory right there could be ideal, and then we could, consider maybe a bit of a retracement here. Of course, we would have to, keep a close eye on the upside line here. So in other words, if you're, a little bit on the careful side, then you could keep an eye on that 21-day EMA as well. And on this upside line taken from the low of the 12th of May. Now jumping into NASDAQ 100. So NASDAQ 100 is pushing higher. Yeah, it actually pushed higher on Friday. Look at this beautiful move here. So we managed to clear this downside line. I talked about this and I said that if we could break this downside line, we push through that 21-day EMA, yes, this could open the door towards higher levels. We could end up maybe even testing that 12,564 territory, which we managed to clear easily on Friday. And to be honest, that's not it, because the index continues to travel higher, and well, the cash index right now is showing that we are sitting at around 12,850 territory. So basically we are somewhere around here, guys. Yeah. So let's see how today's day is gonna shape up, but it seems like we could be seeing some runaway gaps here. So we have a one gap here, now we could have another gap here. So yeah, it's all looking quite interesting. I would say this arrow has to be drawn this way. Now, even if the index drifts back down somehow, if it stays above this 12,564 territory, then yeah, we will continue aiming to the upside, guys. In terms of the downside, I would actually prefer to see a drop back below this downside line, and then we could of course take it from there. We would aim for this upside, a little short-term upside line, but like I said, we'll get to that point if we do see a strong move back below this downside line. Dow Jones Industrial Average, guys, look at this one flying strongly to the upside, although NASDAQ is the one that is kind of gaining more percentage-wise. Dow Jones Industrial Average is, yeah, on a strong push higher here. And look at this, I mean, comparing to NASDAQ, Dow Jones is just flying high. The cash index, is currently showing us that the index is sitting at around 33,350 territory. So basically, somewhere around here. Yeah, so that's good. And this is actually not far. Let me just grab one of these lines. This is not far from this inside swing high of the 3rd of May. So we're kind of holding around here right now. We do also have these runaway gaps here, and most likely we'll have another one forming today. So in other words, yes, at some point I am maybe considering a small little retracement. However, at the moment, guys, it's going to be quite interesting to see if we do have that little retracement in general, because looking at this, and if I jump into a monthly chart, what you will see here, that we on Dow Jones, we are back into positive territory. And what's interesting here as well is that we are back above this 21-day EMA. Now we have 2 days left of trading here. Now this is where my question is, will we actually end up kind of staying above that 21-day EMA here on the monthly chart? If we do, then maybe we could see this one actually pushing back up somewhere here, you know, maybe even actually going for a new all-time high. But again, let's not rush into anything. Let's go slowly on this. For now, yes, I'm keeping an eye on that 33,340 zone. We're currently slightly above it right now. If we continue to trade above it, then yeah, the next target could be this 100-day EMA together with the 200-day EMA, and then we will take it from there, guys. For the downside, I would actually prefer, and this is where I will adjust my levels, I would prefer maybe to start looking at lower levels if we do drop excuse me, if we do drop below this 32,689 level right here. If we fall below it, then we'll keep an eye on that 21-day EMA, and if that gets cleared, certainly yes, further declines could be possible, and then we'll just take it from there. But at the moment, it's looking quite interesting. And remember about that monthly chart that I showed you. DXY dollar index continues to slide nicely. Of course, yes, the indices are and the equity world is you know, enjoying the moment right now, and there is no need for the US dollar as a safe, because it normally acts sometimes as a, well, not sometimes, but it acts as a safe haven. So at the moment, this idea is still working out. So I said that if we, you know, see a bit of a retracement here, but it fails to move above this downside line, and further declines are possible. And yeah, this 101 territory is the one to watch right now. I'm going to keep an eye on that one, and together with this upside line taken from the low of the 10th of February. So this is my next target. If we do reach that area, then I'll reevaluate things again. I want to see, maybe we'll break this upside line, or maybe actually we'll rebound it and break the this downside line instead. So in other words, yeah, I'm keeping an eye on that for now. Let's see how all this is going to play out. Now jumping into gold. So yeah, climbing nicely to the upside. We cleared this area around that 21-day and the 200-day EMAs. We're pushing back above that 1858 level, so all seems to be good. However, what I said to you last week was that basically, yeah, I will start looking at some higher levels if we climb back above this area, but then we will have to be very careful near that 1869-70 territory, somewhere around here. But if that gets cleared, this will confirm a forthcoming higher high, and potentially more buyers could join in. So keep that in mind. For the downside, now a drop below this 1841 territory, 41-42 zone, somewhere around here. Or actually, let me just adjust this. Yeah, 40 level. That will be a little bit more accurate. So 1840. If we drop below that, then this will confirm a forthcoming lower low, and well, potentially more sellers could join in. So keep that in mind. At the moment, I'm leaning a little bit more towards the upside, but of course, I'm taking it carefully here, because we do have an upcoming potential area of resistance here near that 1870 territory. Jumping into WTI oil, so this one continues to climb higher, so everything's kind of working out nicely here. We pushed through this 1.1479 territory. I talked about that level previously. Just a quick reminder, that's the highest point of 2011, guys. So we managed to clear that, and now my question is, can we actually stay above that area? So we have around 2 days left of trading. If we can stay above that hurdle, then yeah, I will continue aiming higher, and well, I mean, the oil could continue pushing north. For now, I'm keeping an eye on this upper side of the potential kind of rising channel that I talked about here previously. So if we continue to push above that 114.79 level, if we continue to trade above it, then yeah, I will aim. Initially, I'm aiming right now for this 116.61. I get it, we're already there, but I mean, if that gets cleared, certainly then the upper side of this channel could be tested. and then we will take it from there. If it clears that, then certainly we'll start climbing much higher. Ethereum, so this one's having a nice rebound. At the moment, I would say, yeah, it could, it could go maybe, or actually no. I mean, at the moment, it's a question here is what's going to happen with this 1906 level here, which is marked by the inside swing low of the 18th of May. Now, yes, this is where it's interesting, because if it holds, another decline here could be possible. However, I would prefer to wait for a drop below this area right here, below this 1700 territory, somewhere around here, and then go to the downside. So we are seeing a bit of a corrective move to the upside. However, I'm not getting very positive yet, because again, at the moment the crypto world is not going through the best times. So, and anything can happen here, everything can still turn around. But keep your eyes on that 1700 level. If it cracks, then yeah, this will confirm a forthcoming lower low, and potentially more sellers could join in. For the upside, I would prefer to wait for a break of this downside line. To be honest, I'd rather be on the safe side. This downside line is drawn from the high of the 3rd of April. Jumping into a few pairs now very quickly. AUD, NZD, one of my favorite ones. So very technical. Looking at this, we're seeing a nice rebound here. The rebound happened. Okay, let me probably start from the beginning. So previously I said that if we drop below this 1.0978 territory right here, then yeah, I'll go lower. You can see that we found some support near this 1.0922 area. We rebounded from it, and we're now pushing higher. So, however, this move to the upside here could be classed as a temporary correction before another possible leg of selling, because we're still below that 21-day EMA. This is quite a this previously this support area which we previously which I mentioned previously. So it now could take the role of resistance. So if it does that, then another decline here could be possible. However, I would prefer to see a drop somewhere below this area, below this 1.0922 territory here. If that happens, this will confirm a forthcoming lower low, and yep, more sellers could join in. So long story short, for now, yes, I am keeping an eye on this hurdle, and if we drop below it, this will confirm a forthcoming lower low. Now jumping into AUD/JPY. So this one's quite interesting, because we managed to clear this hurdle, this 91.17 area, and now we're testing this downside line taken from the high of the 20th of April. Now if we get clear breakthrough it, then yeah, that's where potentially more buyers could join in. We could then target the current highest point of May near the 94 territory, somewhere around here, and then we'll slowly go higher and higher, or should I say, we could go higher and higher. But at the moment, yeah, let's go careful. Let's be very careful on this one. At the moment, like I said, yeah, I'm keeping an eye on this downside line. If we break and stay above it, then yeah, I'll go for some higher levels here. Now USD/JPY, this one's a little bit interesting, and if you remember, I talked about this a lot last week, the week before that. I said that keep an eye on this potential falling wedge pattern. Now, if according to all the TA rules, these tend to break to the upside, but until we get that clear breakout through the upper side of the falling wedge, well, it could still drift lower. It could still, move within this pattern. At the moment, like I said, I'm just observing this one. Let's see if this upper side of the falling wedge continues to hold. If it does, another decline here could be possible, and maybe even a drop below this 126.36 territory could happen. If that happens, then yes, this will confirm a forthcoming lower low, and yep, then we could aim for that lower side of the of this falling wedge pattern. However, we're not far from this area, this 127.52 zone. If we clear that one, then yeah, this could open the door nicely here towards some higher levels. USD CAD. So this one continues to slide, and look at this, guys. I mean, we're drifting now towards the downside. We've cleared the this hurdle, the low of the or should I say the previous lowest point of May. We're now creating a new low for May. The question here is, where will it stop? At the moment I'm aiming for this 200-day EMA. Let's see if we can reach that. Slightly below it we have this little obstacle here, and this inside swing high of the 13th of April near the 1.2676 territory. So however, if that gets cleared, well, I mean, this could, you know, still lead to a possible kind of move towards this upside line taken from the low of the 1st of June. So keep that in mind, guys. But at the moment, if you remember, again, previously when I talked about this 1.2765 territory, I said that if we clear that, this will confirm a forthcoming lower low and could open a door towards these lower levels. So far it's working out nicely. GBP USD, so this one's a bit of a problematic one, I would say. Now overall we're still trading below this downside line. Okay, we have managed to clear and jump above this 1.2638 level. Okay as well. However, we are seems to be like we're struggling to kind of push strongly above it. So I would say for now I will take it, you know, I'll be very, very careful with this one right now. I'm still kind of maybe leaning a little bit more towards the upside on this one, towards this downside line. That's what I want to see. I want to see a nice good test of it. But I will, like I said, I will continue aiming for that only if we stay above that 1.2638 level. If we struggle, then well, maybe this could, you know, drift back down somehow a little bit here. My downside scenario is from somewhere around here, from this 1.2472 territory for now. And then I will take it from there. Maybe even actually I could, you know, look at this little hurdle here, but let's not rush into anything. Like I said, let's continue observing this one because it might present itself with a nice opportunity later on. Now GBP Aussie, look at this, guys. I mean, this is just spectacular because it kept on teasing us with this downside line. I mean, if you remember, I talked about this and I said that there is potential for this one to break higher. However, wait for that confirmation break, guys, and we needed to see the pair staying above this downside line. We had a few teases here. And yeah, it still reversed back down. So let's see how all this is going to play out, but it's quite interesting. It's very exciting, I would say. Yeah, now I'm keeping an eye on this 1.7570 territory. I'm keeping an eye on that one. If we clear this one, then I'll aim for that 1.7433 zone right here, and then I'll slowly go lower. But at the moment, yeah, guys, I'm not saying that, you know, I'm becoming very bearish. No, I'm just waiting for that confirmation breakout. Euro JPY, just a quick update, and look at what's happening. Look what's happening here. I talked about this and I said wait for that exit for the whole week. Last week I was talking about this pair. I said that, well, we could be coiling up here, and this could present itself with a nice opportunity. And look at this. I mean, we're breaking this with this downside line right now, and we are trying to climb above that 136.80 territory. So what could happen here next? I mean, at the moment I'm cautiously bullish because we're still, you know, we broke this downside line, but we are struggling with this 136.80 level. If we climb nicely above it, then yeah, I'll continue aiming to the upside. This 138.32 level looks nice, and then so on and so on. But at the moment, guys, yeah, we need to see a nicer move here above this 136.80 level. And finally, Euro USD. So let me just click on that one. There we go. So so far so good, I would say. It's also, you know, trying to climb higher. However, the same little problem as with the GBP USD. You know, we are kind of struggling with one of the levels here. So we are climbing higher above this 1.0749 level. but it's yeah, it's a little bit of a it seems like it's not really the bulls have not really decided yet what they want to do exactly, but nevertheless they're trying to do a good job here for themselves. And if the pair stays above this 1.0749 level, somewhere around here, then yeah, I will continue targeting the upside, initially aiming for this 108 EMA, and then I will aim for this area in between the 1.0923 and 1.0939 levels, and then we'll just kind of take it from there. At the moment, yeah, like I said, I'm observing the price action, and want to see what's going to happen next here. So, long story short, I'm keeping an eye on this area, this 100-day EMA, this shown as the green line, but I will, like I said, I will get comfortable with this scenario if the pair continues to trade above this 1.0749 level. If it doesn't, if it drifts back down, I'll take a bit of a neutral stand here, but if it decides to break this upside line taken from the low of the 13th of May, now that's where it could become a little bit problematic for the bulls, I think. So, but let's not rush into anything. Like I said, let's see how this is going to play out. So guys, that's it for this session. I really hope you found it useful. Thank you very much for watching and listening. I really appreciate your time, your views, your likes, your comments, guys. I really appreciate all that. So, like I said, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the session. If you want to catch me tomorrow morning, as always, in my Trader's Espresso, 6 o'clock GMT time. For now, have a wonderful trading day. Stay safe, have your stop losses in place, and everything will be fine. So, thank you very much, and bye-bye.